Hi guys, Imran here. Welcome to my channel. I hope you are all doing well. Last time we have discussed on application packaging installed, right? So today's topic we are going to discuss on application packaging repackager. So let me go to the machine. Repackager will take time because my machine is too slow. So that's the reason I am quickly jumping into the demo session. Let me make it as run as administrator. So Repackager is the tool. With the help of this tool we can convert the exe file to .msi file. So Repackager we need to do when we don't have the silent switch of the application. So I have launched the Repackager run as administrator. This is the first wizard you can see on the screen. I am just proceeding with the next option, and here you need to choose the second option, second radio button, snapshot. And next, in the next screen you need to choose multiple steps. Under multiple steps you need to choose first one, analyze the initial system status. This is the first snapshot. If you have observed my previous session on install, right, there also you have two options. You need to take first snapshot of the machine, and then you need to install the application, and then you need to take the second snapshot of the machine. It is similar like install, right, but here with the help of repackager we can create exe to msi file, but in case of install, right, we can just view the changes has been made by the machine. We can't do anything, we can just monitor what are the changes has been done by the application in install, right. But in case of repackager tool we need to do same task, but here we can do conversion of the exe to msi file. So this is the first snapshot we need to choose, and I am going with next option. Now first snapshot of the machine started. It will read all the registry data and directory data, everything before application gets installed on the machine, and then we need to install the application, and then we need to take the second snapshot of the machine. So it is same like install, right. If you have not watched my install, right, video, you can go and watch an install, right, video. Let me meanwhile currently repackager is doing first snapshot of the machine. So let me go to the documentation so that we can document important points here. So let me quickly check here. So last time we have discussed same points. Let me add some more points here. Today's topic is on repackager. So let me make it in center. Okay, and okay, and here we already know that if application don't have silent switch, then we need to go with the repackager to convert exe to msi file, and post that we need to install that msi silently, right. So now coming to the important points. First point is, if application have silent switch, we can use that silent parameter to install and uninstall the application, right. So this is the first point, and we will go with repackager to convert exe to msi to install the application silently. Okay, this will come under the repackager. So before we go with silent switch, so we will do silent switch finding via command prompt, vendor site, and process explorer, and universal silent switch finder, right. These are the four options we need to try before we choose the repackager option. So if these four options didn't work, then we can go with the repackager to convert the exe file to .msi file. So if you have not watched my previous video on how to find the silent switch of the application, you can go ahead and watch the silent switch video on my YouTube channel. Okay, these are the 4 important things before we need to prefer with repackager. We need to do this, and then only we need to choose the repackager option. So let me highlight it, this one also. Let me highlight with different color. Okay, it's looking weird. Let me choose different color. Okay, this looks little bit better. Okay, now we know if application have silent switch, we will use silent switch to install and uninstall. And if you don't have silent switch, we need to use repackager tool. In repackager tool, what we will do, we will take the first snapshot of the machine, and then we will install the application, and then we will take the second snapshot of the machine. Okay, post second snapshot of the machine, we will get similar output like install, right? And then we will remove the junk files, and then we will keep our application related data, and then we will build the .msi file. So we will go with repackager now, because we already know that Mitex application don't have the silent switch, so we are going with the repackager. So before we start with repackager, we need to do a few important things on the machine. First thing is we need to take a fresh machine, fresh or clean machine. And second is we need to we need to take what we can do here, we should not, okay, we should not okay, I think second point will be we should disable few services. Okay, services dot msc, like SMS agent host and Windows update there are many services, but these are the main services we need to disable. And third point, we can keep we should not open any folder, file, okay, or any application while doing install, right? While doing repackager. So let me make it as a bullet points. So these are the you can consider these are the prereqs. Before we start the repackager, we need to take the fresh machine or clean machine. We should disable few services like SMS agent host and Windows update. There are other services also. It completely depends upon the environment. So why we need to, you already know what is fresh machine and what is clean machine. Both are same only, but you should take fresh machine before we start the repackager. Okay, and second point, we should disable the few services like SMS agent host, Windows update. We can disable some antivirus softwares also, but that is not best practice. It completely depend upon the environment. So why we need to disable the services? So if this service is in start state, okay, what will happen in the background, might be there are chances that other applications might got installed parallelly, and that will cause confusion to us, and it will create a lot of junk in our repackager. If this service is on, the SMS host service is from SCCM. If this service is on in running state, if some application got installed post the installation of our application, it captures that also. So that create lot of junk information while we doing. Better we can disable this service in order to avoid the unnecessary junk files in our application. Regarding to Windows Update, we can disable it because while doing repackager, might be Windows Update get installed and it also capture the junk related data while we doing the repackager, and also it will go for reboot, that might cause delay in the repackaging. Okay, so these are the few services. There are might be other services like semantic antivirus services you need to disable, because that will keep on running and then that will keep on generate the random files on the machine. You can disable that service, but that is not the best practice. If it is a test machine and non-domain join machine, then you can do it. If it is a domain join machine, better you should not disable the semantic antivirus, because it will create the security alert. Okay, so these are the few services you need to disable before you start the repackager. And coming to the third point, we should not open any folder, file or any application while doing the repackager. So if you open any folder, it will capture those information also. If you open any file, it will capture that information also. If you open any application like Teams or Skype, any Outlook, Word, any other working application, then it will capture that data also, and again it will create lot of junk when we doing the repackager. So best practice, we should not open anything. We should open only our application related folder, and we should run our application, and then we need to take the second snapshot, and then we need to stop the repackager. So if you open in the middle, if you open anything, it will capture those application data also, and again it will create a lot of confusion while we doing the repackager. Okay, these are the three best practices you should definitely implement before you start the repackager. So now we already started the repackager first snapshot on the machine. It will take time. So during this time we have covered some documentation part here. So let me think if I can add anything here. Okay, what you can do here. Okay, I think there is nothing to be added more here. If I got anything in my mind, I will add the points here to make it noted here in the documentation. So this is the basic thing of the repackager. So repackager, with the help of repackager, we will do the exe to MSR file conversion, and then we will install that application. So I hope it will take much time. Let me increase the priority of this repackager. So I am opening task manager here, and I am increasing the priority of the repackager. So last time we have observed one of I think same application, Mitex application, it is taking lot of time. When we increase the priority, it will speed up the processing of the executable file. Okay, so I have make it as high, but my machine configuration is very low. It is around 2 GB only. It may take much time to do the capturing part. So currently first snapshot is going on. So during this state, as I told you already, we should not open any other application. You should not open any Internet Explorer or Edge, or you should not open any Google Chrome, because that will capture those information also. So let me pause the session. I think nothing to be discussed more in the repackager. These are the main bullet points. Let me pause this session, and then once the repackager first snapshot is done, I will resume my video. Okay, so let me pause my session. Yeah, hi guys. I think repackager complete the first snapshot, and this is the wizard which will come after the first snapshot of the repackager. So let me make it is finished, and then as I told you, we have took first snapshot of the machine. Okay, and then we need to install the application. So let me go with the application installation. Copy as path. So I'm increasing the priority again because I don't want to waste my time. uh, I'm choosing I accept button next, and per I am choosing all users, that is system context, and I am choosing default directory, and I am going with the proceeding with the default options, and I am triggering the installation. Okay, now the installation started. During this state, what will happen? Application will do the changes on the machine. So application will add files under C program files or C program file x86. It completely depend upon the application architecture. And also, not only it will add the files under the C drive, it also add the registries under the HKLM, HKCR. It completely depends upon the application behavior. So once application got installed on the machine, okay, it will take all the changes has been made by the application, and then it will create a output with the help of the repackager. So now currently application is installing state. It will capture all the changes which is being done by the application on the machine. The repackager will capture all those changes. It will not leave a single entry. It will capture everything what are all the changes has been done by on the machine. That's the reason we should not do any folder. We should not open any application while we doing the repackager, because that will create a junk file, and we should not open any file or any folder. That also will create a junk information while we doing the repackager. So that is the best practice to avoid the junk information in the repackager. So I hope it will take time again. So let me pause the session again. I don't want to prolong this video. Let me pause the session again. Hey guys, I think application is at the end of the installation. Let's wait for another 2 more minutes. So meanwhile, I will think some documentation part. Here what we can add here, repackager steps we can add here. Repackager steps. Okay, in repackager steps, let me see. Still it is installing. So meanwhile, in repackager steps, what we need to do, we need to take first snapshot of the machine, and then we need to install the application. Before we install the application, we need to find the silent switch of the application. If you don't find any silent switch of the application, then we can switch to the repackager. Okay, and the third step we need to do, we need to do second snapshot of the machine. Okay, let me give a look again. Okay, it's still installation is in progress. These are the 3 points. Still what we can add here, we can add, okay, we can add this point also here. We can add one more point. We post repackager, we need to review the captured pot and should take action on and should remove junk capture, and we should remove junk files. You can mention, we can remove junk files. Okay, post removing junk files, we can build the application from application with repackager tool to .msi file. Okay, let me check. Still okay. Next, I am disabling this check for update, and then I am unchecking this information box, and I am exiting the installation because installation got completed. So let me see whether that application is installed or not. I am going to program and features. Okay, and you can see application is installed. You can see the timestamp 16th April. Okay, now what we can do here, we can, now the application is installed, and next step is we need to take the second snapshot of the machine. So second snapshot of the machine, let me rerun again. Okay, I have executed the shortcut via command prompt, and you can see the wizard again. Click on next, and if you have observed, it was earlier snapshot, second radio button, and if you have observed in this wizard, you can see multiple steps. First we have did the first snapshot was this one, and now we are choosing with the second snapshot of the machine. So by default it got selected. If does not selected, you need to select the second radio button to take the second snapshot of the machine. Next, and here you need to give the product name, and the product name is Mitex, MIKTEX, Mitex, and version is 2210, and company name is publisher name mitex.org, mitex.org. Okay, it is asking to create a package folder under C drive. I am clicking on S. So now it started with the second snapshot of the machine. It will take a lot of time to capture the second snapshot, because it will capture all the machine data and it will capture the application data also. So it completely depends upon the machine. If the machine have good RAM, then it will capture within 15 minutes minimum. It will take 15 to 20 minutes to get capture one simple application. If it is a huge application, it completely depend upon the application size and everything. So we can't do anything now. We should wait until second snapshot gets completed. So it will capture all the machine data and also application data, and then it will give the output like install, right? So meanwhile we will come to the documentation. In the documentation, let me see if I can add any points here. So repackager, let me make it. Okay, I don't want to play with this. Let me undo again. I will do format test. Okay, now it's look better, and let me make it as point wise so that we can review at the end of the repackager session. So now better it is in paragraph, and here we can add repackager prereqs, repackager prerequisites, not a prerequisites, repackager steps prior we start the repackaging tool. So I will make it as a prerequisites only, but this is not a prerequisite. These are the prior task we should do before we start the repackager. So better I can add prior steps. Okay, this look little bit better. Okay, now these are the 3 points we should take care before we start the repackager. And then coming to the repackager steps, while we performing, when we start the repackager, we need to take care all these following steps. So currently we already done first snapshot of the machine, and we did the installation of the application, and now we are in the third point. We are currently doing the second snapshot of the machine. So post that we need to do the repackager tool will give the output. In that output we need to remove the junk. This is very important. We should remove the junk information before we build the application. So let me make it as a important point. This is very important. If we keep the junk information in the application and then we build the application, it will corrupt all the machines. So we should be very careful while we removing the junk information. So in case if we get any other file information, and then we will install the application on multiple machines, on production machines, then it will there are 100% chances those machines will get corrupted because of junk files on those machines. So we should be very careful while we removing the junk information. In case if you are new or fresher, then please take help of the any senior guy in your team while we removing the junk files from the repackager, because once you remove the junk files for first 5 to 10 applications, then you will understand. Minimum you should do 5 to 10 applications, then you will get little bit idea which are all the application related information, which are all not related to the application information. Then you will get slowly idea how to remove the junk files from the repackager. This is very important point. And post removing the junk files from the repackager, you can rebuild that application to .msi file. Okay, and there is nothing to be added here, and you can add one more point, but this will not related to the repackager. I am adding one point, additional point here. In difference between, I can add difference between install right. Okay, let me improve the priority. I just remember again, let me see the priority. Okay, let me increase the priority and then we will come to the documentation again. So let me recheck again. Priority is high only, and okay, it will do its own task. Let me, meanwhile we will work on the documentation. So difference between install right and repackager, we can discuss, we can add those points here. So in case of repackager, we have ability to remove the files, instead of remove the files, we can add, we have ability to remove the junk files or registries. Okay, we have the ability to remove the junk files or registries, and we can do dot msi file, and we can build dot msi file in case of the repackager. Okay, here we have ability to edit everything with the repackager, and then we can build the dot msi file. Same in case of install right, we will do similar steps like repackager. Okay, but here we can just view, we can just view the changes, not changes, we can just, okay, we can add changes, we can just view the changes made by the application. So here we can't edit, we can't remove, we can't do anything, we can just see the changes made by the application, and we can only have the vision on the install right. So we can't do anything here, we can't edit, we can't remove, we can't add, we can't build MSI, we can just view the changes made by the application. We can't do anything here. We can, this is just like a monitor screen, we can't do anything, we can just view the install right, what are all the changes has been made by the application with the help of the install right tool. We can't do any changes. If that is the case, in case of repackager we can do all the things, but in case of install right we can just view the changes made by the application. The benefit of the install right is we can troubleshoot the applications if the applications is not working fine. Okay, that is one of the benefit. And in case if application moves to the production and some functionality issues comes into picture in the production environment, then we can open the install right and we can see all the files. If you have watched my previous video, I have showed you each and every directory, each and every registry of the captured tool with the help of the install right. I have showed you everything there. If you have not watched that video, you can go ahead and watch that video. With the help of the install right, we can view what are all the data is created by the application, and we can parallelly compare the install right information and the installed application data, and then we will try to narrow down the issue. That this tool is very important tool in order to troubleshoot if the application is not working fine. Okay, and then I think this is all about repackager, overview of the repackager. So let me see again Okay. uh, Earlier it was capturing the registry data, I am hoping. So now it is capturing the directory data. If you have seen my screen, here it is capturing C program files, so it will capture all the information. So I think it will take another 15 minutes more. So I hope we have discussed everything related to the repackager. No points is missed, I am hoping so. So if anything is missed, I will cover up again. Still we have time, so let's wait for the repackager second snapshot completion. I think it will take few more minutes. Let me pause the session. We will start again. Hello guys, welcome back again. So still repackaging second snapshot is going on. So I hope you can see my screen. So it is at the end of the repackaging second snapshot state. So I hope it will take another 2 more minutes. You can watch what is happening on the machine. So it is at the end of the second snapshot. It capture all the machine information, and it is currently copying the application data in the C packages folder. So I hope it will take another 2 more minutes. We can wait what is happening on the machine. So here, if you have observed, it is copying all the files which application ex- uh, has been exported on the machine, and all the application files will is copying in under C packages folder. So it will create a file under C packages. From there we can open that file, and then we can build the .msi file. So it is about to end of the second snapshot. Let's wait and see what is happening on the machine. I hope it is almost done. And if you have seen, the screen got changed. Now he can see review of the summarized information below. Click finish to exit. So now the output file name is, if you have observed, the output file is created under C packages mitex.inc file. So click finish to launch the repackager to edit and build your project. So let me see, still 30% remained on my machine. Let me click on finish. Second snapshot is done now. Okay, and repackager will open. So if you have observed here, it is similar like install, right? It has captured all files, registries, shortcuts, all ini files, everything it has captured. So let me open install, right? Meanwhile, install, right? Yes, click on yes. Okay, okay, no. Review installation. If I click on review installation, you have observed no snapshot is found. Let me show you again. Let me go through the repackager first. If you have observed, the first uh, option is capture the installation. Here the target folder is C program file x64 folder mitex x64. So this is the installed here. Installed here means main application folder. So the application installed here for this application is C program files mitex. So we should keep the installed here as mitex. So the main folder will be the installed here of the application. So if you have observed here, the main folder of the application is mitex. Under mitex you can see lot of folders. It means mitex is the installed dir for this application. Okay, so we have did the changes here. Okay, first step, and then we are coming to the second, that is on files and folder. So while you clicking on other options, it is taking time, so don't click one to one. It will went to non-responding state. So now I have clicked on files and folder. Here I am expanding this one. So if you have seen here, it is created under C program files, but if you see here, it is C program files, but you can see here C program files x64 folder. So this means that this, if you have observed this machine, this machine have two directories. One is program files and one is program file x86. Program file x86 means 32-bit application will throw the files here. If it application is 64-bit, then 64-bit application files will get created here. Okay, so now if you have observed, it is created application under C program files. It means 64-bit application. So that's the reason this is the folder name it created random. But when we install this application will get installed under C program files. Okay, so if you have observed under C program files mitex, it means it is all related to the application. We should not delete anything. Okay, and if you have observed under C program files, outside the mitex folder one folder is created. Okay, this is, if you go and see how we can find whether that is application related data or not, we can see with the timestamp. So if I go to the C program files, so mitex is created on 16th April at 2 a.m. So now time is 16th April, time is matching, it means it is our application only, we already know. Okay, but if you see REPL, it is created on 15th April. So today date is 16th April, but here REPL is created on 15th April. It means this is not related to our application data. How we figure out that? With the timestamp. We have installed our application on 16th, but this is also get captured. This is a junk folder. Okay, but it got captured somehow, but this is a junk. How we have figure out? We have figured out with the timestamp, because this is yesterday's date, 15th April. So what we are going to do, we are going to exclude all. So this is not related to our application. Now coming to the program file common app data. Here if I expand, okay, now again it is having XML file. How we can find out this application is related to our application or not? To find out this, we need to go to program files, common files, under common files, okay, common app data folder. I think this is related to percentile local app data. Okay, here Microsoft, Windows, okay, here also it is not listed here. Common app data folder means let me see under roaming, app data, roaming, Microsoft, Windows, clip, but we are not able to find out, right, which is related to this. So what we can do, we can leave it, otherwise we can open install right. Install right is blank because we don't have the we did not capture on this machine, right? We already reverted this machine. So in order to get the install write data, what if you have observed my previous video on install write, we have captured the database folder, because this is important folder. I have told you. Now it will get helpful to us. So now in order to see that information, what we are doing here is we are going to x86 x86 ellipse install right. Here we are copy pasting the data. Continue. So now what we can do, we can do refresh. I think refresh button is not here, so let me close and open it again. So what we did is we have took a database folder of the previous video. Okay, those files we are replacing under database folder in order to view the install write information. So I hope you have understand how we can find, how it is useful with the install write tool. So we are unable to find where this folder is located. So let me reopen again. Install write. Yes. So common app data folder, program data, Microsoft, Windows. So if you have observed, okay, let me click OK, no, and review the installation. Okay, it did not work. Let me check it again. Meanwhile I am focusing on Repackager only. So if you have observed, common app data folder means C program data Microsoft. It is a alias name, program data alias name, program data Microsoft Windows, clips svv, and here if you have seen archive, apps, under apps there are many XML files. Okay, but if I click here, let me click one by one. See, you don't find any file here. If I click here, you have find the file. Let me go and manually look what is a file. Okay, tokens data. So 16th April timestamp is matching. You can keep that file because you have installed at the same time. It means it is related to our application. And then archive folder, there is no files. Under apps we have two more files. So let me filter with the timestamp 16th. So this is also related to our application because this is created on the same time while we install the application. So this is related to our application. I hope you have understand how to find out whether this application is created by our application or not. If this application was not created by our application, then the timestamp be very old, 15th, like yesterday's date or very old date, or sometimes what will happen, same date might be it will show but it is not related to our application. In that case, how you can find out the timestamp is matching. Okay, then you can consider that is related to our application, but filter out with the time duration. So 16th April is matching. Okay, but the time when you have started the application installation, I hope you have started at 1:30, right? So 1:30 it is matching. If the timestamp is at 12 we did not started the installation. By that you can conclude whether that application is created by our application or not. So we should remember the timestamp when we have started the installation of the application, so that we can easily sort out whether that application is related to our application data or not. Okay, so this is also related to our application. So under mitex means our application only. So we should no need to check this information because this is all related to our application. Okay, So I am minimizing this. Now local app data folder. So under local app data folder means local app data means user profile. If you have observed, OneDrive is not related to our application because our application is completely different, Mitex. So under OneDrive, under Microsoft wallet folder, one folder is created, wallet user profile roaming. We will see that also. Let me go manually and see local app data, right? So local app data means user profile data. Let me So if you have come down OneDrive, anyhow you know that is not related to our application. Microsoft wallet. So if you see wallet timestamp is on 10th of August, but we have installed our application on 16th, but still you need to go and see. Okay, under wallet user profile 16th 147. See, 16th April it is created and 147 during our installation of the application. It means this data is related to our application. So we are deleting only OneDrive from here, and again Windows Action Center. This is the PNG file. Just give me 2 minutes, I will come back. I am back again. My battery is almost about to die, so let me go quickly and see. This is related to our application, so we are keeping Windows Action Center. This is I know this is, so let me show you to you guys again. See Windows Action Center. So these are all related to junk file. So what I am doing, I am clicking on Windows, exclude all. Okay, now I am coming to system 64 folder, task, Microsoft Windows, expanding. This is I am not sure. Then what can I do? I need to go to C Windows System 32, System x64 folder means C Windows System 32, here task folder, continue, Microsoft Windows application experience. So if you have seen timestamp is matching, you will see the file timestamp also. You should not conclude only folder timestamp, you should conclude file timestamp also. Okay, so if you have seen here it is matching with the our application. This means this is not a chunk file. Okay, so now files and folder completed. Again I'm coming to registries. Software OneDrive is not related to our application. Current version, this is related to our application. So what I am trying to do from here, I am deleting this folder OneDrive and I am keeping the HKLM information. So if you have seen any application related to our application, then we can easily delete it. Sorry, we can easily identify and we can take action on that registry. Okay, if you have observed here, you can see Mitex. So we did not exclude it, we excluded OneDrive. So it will path will be Microsoft Windows current version UFC. So let me come to classes. Under classes, if you have observed, there are many files. Let me see again. Battery 60%. Let me quickly finish it. So if you have observed, classes means file associations like docx.pdf files. So if you have observed, each file has Mitex. It means this application is related to our this application data is related to our application because we can see the Mitex information. So now I'm skipping this part and now I'm coming to app data. If you have observed, here also Mitex. If you have seen any data related to our application, you should not exclude it. Okay, and now this is also mutex. If you have observed, and skipping this part, I'm coming to CLS ID. Under CLS ID, you can see mutex, so I'm skipping this one, and again I am coming to skip to 2 because I have less time. And if I come to this folder, you can see mutex. This is related to our application. I'm skipping this folder again. I'm coming to interface, and if I come to interface, there are no clues whether this is related to our application or not. In that case, we can use install right, and then we can compare whether that is related to our application or not. Okay, so as of now I will cover this again. I will cover this again with the install right. If you have observed, other folders, mutex, everything is related to our application, so I am not deleting anything. Let me come to Microsoft remediation, local state, telemetry, launch, rample. If you have observed, rample folder we already excluded, so I am excluding now. So if I have observed here, remediation, okay, so we can find out this information also under the install right. If it is matching, then we can easily delete that. Okay, so mutex, okay, so let me come to system folder, current control set. Which are left I will cover quickly. NSI 5, this is not related to our application. Environmental variable is related to our application. Services, previous state, so I hope this is also not related to our application. The one which I have left are open folders. I need to check this one, I need to check this one, I need to check this one. 1, 2, 3, I did not check this one also, right? Okay, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7 folders I need to check. So I am leaving as of now. I will come back again. I will quickly cover other parts. 13% remaining. Let me cover the shortcuts. So other shortcuts, if we have observed, this is all related to our application, so I am leaving it. And coming to INI files, so if you have observed, if I expand this, all INI files relate including the mutex name, so I am leaving this INI file information, and I am coming to the repackager output. So repackager output file is .ism file, and I am creating with you can keep single compress.msi file, or also you can keep msi with external cap file. I am choosing with msi external cap file. Okay, and I'm leaving this default options, and then package information you can keep URLs if you want, and here I am leaving it as a default. If you want, you can add any information here. Advanced settings, under advanced settings I am checking all these options. So these options are related to the capturing conversation. If you check, that would be good. If you did not check, might be you will face issues. So I am checking these options for safer side. So if you have experience, then better you should check with the whether you can uncheck these options and then try. If it is not working, then you can check and then you can build the application. So best practice is you can leave it as default. Okay, in case if it is not, check these options and again you can build a MSI, one more MSI, and then you can try with that MSI if it is not working. And if it is working, you can proceed directly. Okay, so covered almost everything. Let me see. Okay, 11% remaining, and I need to fix the install right. Let me see why it is not showing out. Repackager database. Let me replace the folder itself. C x86 epson install right. Okay, database folder. So all files got copied. Let me kill this install right session. Oh, sorry, cancel. Let me minimize this repackager and let me open install right application run as administrator. Let's see. Yes, it should open now. Okay, my battery is almost down. Let me quickly what is it? It is already open exclusive by another user. I need to permission to view its data. Okay, review the installation. Okay, something is wrong here. Let me already task manager is open. Only one user is here, but still I can't see. Let me read the error information again. Install right. Yes, suppose in case while you are doing install right and repackager, you will have 2 to 3 machines. You won't have only single machine. In one machine you can do install right, and in another machine you can do repackager, and then you can compare the and then you can compare both the screens, and then you can exclude the information. So now I'm clicking on review. It did not prompt me anything, so something is wrong. It will take time, but my battery is almost about to die, so I need to quickly close this session. So before that, I will take one more session again on repackager part 2, where we can build the MSI. So I hope you have understand all the information how we can remove the junk files, and we have left with few registries which is uh, we are not sure whether those are junk or not. I know whether that is junk or not. I will take quick action here. It's remediation folder. I am removing it. In case when you install the application, if it is not working, then you can include and then you can give a try. I know this is a junk. I am quickly removing it, and I just want to compare because I am unsure, but I can say this is a junk file, junk registry, so I am blindly deleting it. So again I am coming to the current version. I will delete this folder, and I am keeping this one, and task cache is junk only. Let me review again. So I am keep deleting this, and tree information, application experience, okay, I am keeping this, and I am deleting above 2 registry paths. Okay, and I accidentally excluded all. I am including only this one, and now volatile notification is junk. I am deleting this. So let me see. I am left with 8% of the battery. I can't plug in because if I plug in, I will get beep sound on my laptop. That's the reason I'm not plugging in my charger. Let me come this. So I am leaving this because this application have the mitex information, and also I am leaving this because this is related to DLL information. So I am leaving it as it is, and I am coming to type lib, and in the type lib this is also related to our application, so I am leaving it. So now coming to current session, I am leaving it is as default, and coming to the services, So under services, let me open quickly services.msc, uh, services.msc. It's taking time to open. So meanwhile, I hope this is okay. 7% left. I think this is junk because this is nowhere getting related to our application. So I'm deleting this one, and then this is related to our application. I'm keeping it. Services is open. If you observe, service name is start with IP. I'm checking with IP. So if you check with IPHL, so IPHL you can't see anywhere under services, so this is also junk. So I'm deleting this one, exclude all. Okay, I can delete this one also, exclude all. Now we have done with the repackager. I hope you have understand well. If you have not understand, you can post your comment in the YouTube, or else you can join my Telegram group, and there you can discuss if you have any concerns. So let me save this repackager, and in the next session we will review one more time if you want. If not, we will go with the application build. In the application build, we will convert the this capturing part into .msi file. I hope you have understand very well, and let me quickly review the one more time. We did not find any silent switch of this application, so we went with repackager tool. We did all these 3 steps: clean machine, we have disabled the services, and we did not open any file or folder while we doing repackager. And in repackager, we did first snapshot, install the application, and took second snapshot. After second snapshot, we removed junk files from files and registries, and also from registries also, and then we need to do the build. So currently my battery is about to dead, 6% left. Let me see. Still it is in saving state. Once it got saved, then we can go with the build. Under build, we can discuss on the how to build the .msi file. So I am about to end this session. So I hope you have understood well. If not, you can post your comment, or else you can join my Telegram group to discuss more on it. Thanks for watching my video. Have a nice day ahead. Bye bye.